It is perhaps the most sacred place in all of human history, the place where three of the world's most important religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, come together. It is the heart and soul of what is called the Holy Land. Temple, Mount, Old City, Jerusalem. And this 35-acre flat area, surrounded by ancient walls, has been seen as sacred for thousands of years. The Temple Mount is sacred to Jews and Christians because it is believed that this is the place where Abraham tied up Isaac and prepared to sacrifice him, as told in Genesis 22. For Muslims, this place is sacred because it is from the rock, where the dome of the rock stands today, that Muhammad rose up into heaven. What we have at the Temple Mount is really a mix of three religions, and each one has something that makes the place even more important. But in the beginning, it is really seen as a place where God came down to earth, and ever since then, it has been believed to be the place where people can connect with the afterlife or the divine world. Every year, millions of pilgrims come to Temple Mount to pray to God and celebrate holy events. But why? In the 10th century BC, King David and the Israelites chose this rocky high place to build a great temple. This was the place that David, the great king of Israel, had captured. So it already had a special blessing, because this was where the people of Israel were meant to center their lives in this holy place. According to the Bible, King David, who had just made Jerusalem his capital, wanted to build a house for the Lord there. But for reasons that are not fully clear, he did not build it. Instead, his son Solomon built the first Jewish temple, which was completed in 957 BC. The temple was said to hold the Ark of the Covenant. This was a sacred box believed to contain the stone tablets on which the Ten Commandments were written. But according to some ancient astronaut theorists, the Ark may also have held a power source from extraterrestrial origin. In the Bible, it says that Moses was told to go to a holy mountain, and there God gave him instructions on how to build the Ark of the Covenant. Later, the Ark was known to be something very dangerous. Solomon placed it in the temple, where it became the most important object in the innermost room called the Holy of Holies. Only the high priest was allowed to enter this room. It was in this most sacred place that God was believed to live. So in a way, the Ark of the Covenant was seen as God's throne in the Holy of Holies, the place where God ruled from Jerusalem. According to the Talmud, an important Jewish text, King Solomon had a magical ring with a special symbol called the Seal of Solomon, now known as the Star of David. This ring allowed him to do things that normal humans could not do. One of the things he could do with this ring was control demons. This gave him special power and helped him build the temple in a way that others could not. According to Islamic texts, King Solomon also had a flying carpet made of green silk that was big enough to carry his throne and all his army. Now, magic carpets do not exist. So what were people in the past trying to describe in these stories? Where did Solomon get these strange powers? Was he really in contact with extraterrestrials? Who gave him a kind of flying machine? Bouguereau, France, 2012. Believing that the end of the Mayan calendar meant the end of the world, thousands of people came to this mountain village, hoping to be saved by extraterrestrials. Bouguereau has been known as a holy mountain for a very long time in this part of France. There is something very powerful about this mountain that attracts people. There have been many reports of UFO activity, with strange lights and unknown objects seen around the mountain. People from all over Europe come to watch and study Bouguereau. Inside the mountain, there is a large system of limestone caves. Some people believe these caves could be an alien base, where extraterrestrials have been living for thousands of years. In 2012, many doomsday groups came here because they believed it would be the only safe place when the world ended. They thought aliens would come out of the mountain, protect them, and help start a new world. Could extraterrestrials really be living inside a mountain in France, hidden for thousands of years? And if so, could there be other mountains like this around the world? Mount Shasta, California. Standing over 1,162 feet tall, this mountain has inspired strange stories for thousands of years. Native Americans believed there was something very special about Mount Shasta. They thought humans may have first come from inside this mountain, hiding there during a great disaster. When the disaster ended, people came out and filled the earth again. In the 1890s, a book suggested that a hidden civilization lived inside the mountain in underground chambers. Over time, many UFO sightings have been reported around Mount Shasta. This makes people wonder why. Some believe there could be something living deep inside the mountain even today. Could aliens really be living on Earth, hidden inside mountains? And if so, could they have built advanced civilizations inside mountains all over the world? Mountains have always been important in human stories. They reach up to the sky, have hidden caves, and can be dangerous. Because of this, people in many parts of the world have seen mountains as sacred. Many stories say that mountains were places where gods or star beings came down to Earth. These places may also have been their homes. Humans have always been strongly drawn to these places, so it is possible that extraterrestrials built bases inside mountains around the world. From there, they could watch humans, guide them, and step in if needed, just like they may have done in the past. Maybe this is why people feel drawn to mountains, because deep inside, they believe something powerful is there. Western India, April 28, 1819. While hunting tigers near the village of Ajanta, a British officer named John Smith discovered 29 beautiful cave temples carved into a rocky cliff above the Wagora River. These caves are believed to have been built around 200 BC. Their design and artwork give us important information about India's ancient past. Ajanta is special because it is one of the oldest Buddhist cave sites in India. Work on these caves started around 200 BC and continued until the 6th century AD. After the 7th century, Buddhism began to decline in India, and the caves were left empty. Over time, thick forests grew and covered them. When you enter the Ajanta caves, you see temples, statues, and carvings all made from one single piece of rock. Even today, thousands of people visit these caves for worship. They were built by monks as holy places and show paintings and sculptures of Buddha's life. Many sculptures show Buddha, while others show different stories from his past lives, where he may have been born as an animal, a god, or a human. Even today, experts are amazed at how these caves were carved from hard rock over 2,000 years ago. The caves were made by cutting and removing stone from the rock itself. Everything inside was shaped from the same rock. Researchers also say the Awi caves were carefully placed to match the movement of the sun. Some face east, west, or south. For example, during the winter solstice, sunlight enters Cave 19 and lights up the stupa inside. The same happens in Cave 26 during the summer solstice. This shows advanced knowledge of the stars and sun. Could these caves have been built with the help of advanced technology, as some believe? If so, were they seen as sacred because of a connection with extraterrestrials? Some believe the stupas represent flight, showing Buddha traveling to the heavens. Ancient people often carved what they saw. Many carvings show strange beings, half human, half animal. Could these be beings created by extraterrestrials? Across the world, places like the Valley of the Kings in Egypt, the Taj Mahal in India, and tombs in Mexico are famous burial sites. While most believe they are resting places for leaders, some think they had a deeper purpose. Why were such huge structures built long ago? Ancient texts say this knowledge came from the gods. If tombs were only for the dead, why are they connected? To stars and other worlds? Many cultures believed these places were gateways to another world. In ancient Egypt, places like Saqqara were not just tombs, but gateways to the afterlife. The pyramid texts, written around 2400 BC, explain how the soul travels to the stars. Some believe these texts describe not just the afterlife, but travel to other worlds. In Peru, high in the Andes Mountains, lies the ancient city of Ollantaytambo. It was both a temple and a fortress. Some believe it was built on an even older site. Huge stones, each weighing over 50 tons, were moved and placed perfectly together. Even today, it is hard to understand how this was done without modern tools. Nearby, the city of Caral shows advanced planning, with buildings, roads, and a large pyramid. It may have been built at the same time as pyramids in Egypt. Could this be a coincidence, or were these civilizations connected? In Peru, strange, elongated skulls have been found. Some believe they were shaped by binding heads during childhood. Others think they were copying the appearance of gods or extraterrestrials. Many believe ancient people copied what they saw. Finally, a symbol called the staff god, found in ancient carvings, appears in many cultures over thousands of years. This god, known as Viracocha, was believed to teach humans how to build, farm, and live. He was said to have created many ancient cities. So, when we look at these ancient sites, we see the beginnings of civilization itself.